Hello, this is Patrick from Expression, and I'd like to show you how to set up the output cards for the particular video format that you're using in your facility. Under Edit, come down to Hardware Setup. You'll see there's Matrox card in the input-output cards. I'm going to double click on it, or I could also just click the Configure button, and up pops the frame buffer setup menus. You'll see right away that you have the board configuration. It'll tell you what board you have, and we only have one in here. For those of you who have all the options enabled, you could change this to multiple outputs. We're going to worry about the two fill key output setups for now. The Genlock settings probably is going to be Blackburst in your facility, and the standard for your Blackburst, what is it probably set at? Most likely it's NTSC 720/486. It might be 1920. By the way, it could also be tri-level sync. So we'll leave this right now set to NTSC 720/486. The next thing I'm going to do is go to Output, and I can choose the video standard or format for my card, whether I want it to be a PAL, NTSC, several different variants of 720p or 1080i, as well as 1080 frames per second. I'm going to say that I want mine to be 720, 1280, 720, 5994. I'll choose that. I'm going to leave this as external keying, meaning I'm not passing the video into the box. I'm passing the output to a switcher that's going to key it for me. I can have it as shaped or unshaped. I can enable Watchdog if I'm passing video in, and what that basically means is if the Expression application is stopped for any reason, or system failure, or somebody powers off the box, whatever input video source automatically gets routed back off to the frame buffer output, so that you don't have a missing signal if you're running this as your channel coming through the box so that you can get your broadcast. I can also choose the frame buffer size. I would leave these at default. The buffer rate should be 4 for Q, and pre-Q should be 3. I wouldn't mess with the timing unless you're having a problem. And then for miscellaneous clip chroma levels, I generally wouldn't do this in high definition. It's something I would do in NTSC. And allow super black, yes, you can do this. This is normally meant for users who don't have an alpha channel. I probably wouldn't worry about this. And then obviously I would assume that you want to duplicate the second channel with the same frame rates and everything else, so set them up the same way if you're going to do that. Again, I would only put the Watchdog on if I'm using this as my channel branding device and everything is downstream and I'm passing the station's facility output through this so it goes off to the transmitter. This is the way that I would probably set this up to make sure that I have everything working in the proper video standards. I would click OK, and it will set the board, and then OK to close it, close that application, and then whatever project I go to open after that is I go to work with it. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and call up our sports package, which was actually built in 1920 by 1080. So what you'll see when I play this, it'll play fine, but I do have the opportunity, if I want to convert the project in real time. If I want to convert it from 1080 to, which is my editing mode, if I want to have it play that way and then come back out another resolution, I can definitely do that. This is where I would change that. If I want to convert, for example, I get a PAL package and I want it to be something else, this is how I would go about doing that. So there's a way to set the standard for the box, and this is the way to actually have the box play a different standard, practically transcoding it in real time. It does take up more CPU and memory, but you can also do that.